So this week is how am I using debt to actually pay off debt? And it's this whole concept of amortized loans versus simple interest. So we're going to go through an example. Let me pull up a spreadsheet here. And I know some of you are going to see a spreadsheet and all of a sudden you're going to be like, oh my God, I'm done. I see numbers and my head explodes. Well, we're going to make this really easy. I just need for you to focus essentially right here in terms of this is 30 days of interest once I put numbers in and the annual interest rate that we're going to use. And this is a real life example. This is a client of mine. The husband works in the real estate space, 100% commission. The wife stays at home with the kids, so they're relying completely on him. Whether it's real estate or any sort of sales, it doesn't matter. And their commission or their compensation obviously fluctuates. Where I helped them was getting multiple lines of credit in place with a wonderful small bank that's near them. And if you want to get results like that and understand how to use this and understand where to use, what banks to utilize, type the word results in the message below. But let's go through this. And we're only going to focus on one of their debts, which was a car payment. They had $12,000 a month left on the balance. And the payment for that was $350 a month. So we had to get I mentioned a couple of lines of credit, but we used the home equity line of credit for this particular couple. And I said, you're going to take the balance of the car remaining and move it into the line of credit. And of course, the immediate reaction was, why would we do that? Because the interest rate on the car was like 3.9%, and the interest rate on the line of credit was 9%. And I said, because remember, you have this fixed payment with your husband having a variable compensation. Can you guarantee you're going to have the same income month in, month out? She said, no. Do you need variability or flexibility in terms of paying this car off? She said, it would be nice, but at $350, it's not crushing us. Great, I understand that. So at the time, the interest rate was, I think, 9%. And here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put this 9% in, and then I'm going to explain where this 30-day number comes from. At 9%, every loan, every single loan that you ever get always works like this. What is the balance at the end of the day? Multiply it by the daily interest rate. It's the 9% divided by 365. That's this 0.024, blah, 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 blah. It takes the balance, multiplies it by the percent of interest on that daily basis. And so on a $12,000 balance, it costs them $2.96 a day. Let's just call it $3 to make it easy. If they never move the balance, which in this case they don't, for 30 days, look what happens. Their new car payment is now $90. They were paying $350 per month. We just freed up in their budget $260 a month by doing a balance transfer of the debt. It's just simple math. But remember, financial institutions have set this up in terms of being fixed payments because most people are like, I make X, I want the next widget that costs Y. Does Y fit within my budget? Yes or no? Most people cannot get around this concept of a variable interest rate. But let's think about this. At what interest rate do we have to get to for this payment to equal what they were paying? Well, let's just play the game. Is it 15%? Nope. Is it 20%? Nope. Is it 25%? Nope. Is it 35%? We're still not even there at 35% interest. Let's make it 36. Okay, we finally got past it at 36% interest rates. Think about where, and I'm recording this in the United States. I know it's different in terms of like Argentina and Zimbabwe and things like that, where literally it's 80 to 100% interest rates, which is just insanity, okay? If the United States ever got to 36% interest rates, forget about the financial system. You're looking for guns and bullets. There will be riots everywhere if it got up to 36%. Just remember back in the early 1980s, it was the highest interest rates ever in the United States, and that was at 17 and 18%. I am showing you that this payment, the interest rate has to double yet again for that to occur. But now let's take this one step further. And let's just say that their income is $11,000 a month, even though it's variable, let's average it out. And their expenses on average is $10,000 a month. And I show people in terms of how to negotiate this out. Okay, but let's just say that the husband got paid on the first because of some real estate transaction. He gets his commission on the first, he deposits it on the second. He puts $11,000 in. Now, hold on a second. I want to go back to a more realistic interest rate. I'll even go down to 12% interest. So we're at $120. But now he gets his commission check of $11,000. Now look what happens. We just went from what would have been $4 a day now down to 33 cents of interest a day because we took the 11,000 and smushed it against the debt. And now the balance is just $1,000. And why can we do this? It's what I keep on saying. The money I put in today into an open-ended tool called a line of credit, I can get back out tomorrow. And so what I'm really doing is I'm offsetting the amount of interest I have to pay on a daily basis. But I use the example of their monthly expenses is $10,000 a month. And let's just say that those expenses come due around the 25th. So we will take $10,000 out to pay all of the other bills. And what was $120, even though now the balance is almost the same. Let's just say that there was something wrong with the car that it cost an extra $1,000. So now we are back to the exact same balance. And yet we're not paying $120 in interest. We even cut that down by a third. And so now they have their car paid off. They're saving $350 a month from their budget there just by moving the balance into a line of credit. And in this example, that car now costs $35 a month. And so if the husband has a fantastic month or a fantastic month, let's say there were 3 transactions that closed. So he's not making 11,000, he's making 19,000. Well, now we have paid off the line of credit. We've now built up our kitty, but if we needed to tap back in, now all of a sudden we shrunk the amount that we needed to use of the line of credit. And this is the magic. This is it. I've bared everything. There's nothing else for me to do for you. I've given you the information. Again, some people are going to want to see the results. You can type results down in the comments below. And some people will want to see the results and say, I need guidance with this. I see it. I can't believe it. But I need a guide. And that's what we're here to do. We are here to be guides for people who are like, conceptually, I get it. I just want to make sure I don't blow this. Those are the people that I love to help. Because everyone has that moment. And no matter what they do in terms of the purpose of their life, and for me, it's that one moment when a family finally says, oh, now I see what's happening. Now I get it. That moment, that is what makes me keep doing this every single day for families and business owners. See you at the next video.